Fisher. It is an hourly rate since the effort involved will depend in part on the results of my observation and analysis. I don't expect the cost will vary much from what I estimated. So he's basically saying that the project is not, if you read that other letter,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but all have a cover letter of scope of services.
He doesn't say when he'd be available to do it,
No,
that's, I
I'd
guess
have
that's the question.
I'd have to ask him, for sure.
Cause I mean, right now, we've got, our slate contractor in limbo, and it's not really fair to them.
Yep.
And I know this has been hanging around too for quite a while. So,
It just says it doesn't give a time of start, it just says, indicate your acceptance of this agreement by signing in the space below, returning one original for our files. We'll have to call him back to find out when he could start.
that's it.
Yeah, this, Fisher, he came recommended by Jeff, did he?
No, actually, all, three of these came from, the Tepe.
Teppy?
Yep,
Okay.
and then all three of these individuals are familiar with each other. They
Yeah,
all know
I'm sure
each
they
other.
do, yeah, sure it's the brotherhood,
Absolutely,
Yeah.
it's a tight knit group.
oh, yeah.
So, right now, our warrant was 61.5. We came in for just the material at 68,850.
Well, this goes above and beyond, it's not part of the warrant, because this is.
I understand that, so right now, we are, if you look at
Yep.
your
Budget.
building
Just wanna
budget,
tell us where-
right now, we have to recoup $7,350 just to cover the materials out of that budget.
$7,350.
Yep, and then we've already used up $450 for Jerry Tippy. So you can basically subtract another $450. So then, you're looking at an engineered plan ranging from 8,700 up to 15,000. And then the cost of the material and labor to install, if you're gonna hire a,
Oh, yeah.
so there are a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot
Cost.
more money.
So 37, 80, let's just use a low number here. We are, through this project completion, it'll be 16.5, and that does not include material and labor of installation if we don't use volunteers. Just with these three numbers, the excess of the material, this engineered plan, and the extra 450 we've already spent from the warrant.
Wow.
So 44, that'll leave us with 28,496 to do the remainder of the proposed projects for 2016, which some will get put
Yes.
off till next year.
Once again.
Again, yeah. So what I'm thinking is if we need to, put off projects,
Yep.
I think what we need is a list of all the projects that we're playing along with.
I was just thinking.
And then
Yeah.
maybe, and then once we have that list, we can assess.
Do you want me, it'll take me a second, I have it, I actually didn't bring it, it's on my desktop.
Oh, all right.
Okay, just let me put it off.
And then one other thing is we can assess the need on each of them.
Well, what we're thinking, I mean, that's the money side of it.
Yep.
On that respect, far as where to find the cash.
Right,
But I still wanna come back to the original discussion as in how are we gonna take and, you wanna take and, engage anybody's services to create a plan to reinforce the
well,
Upper town hall.
I'm okay with Fisher Engineering, I mean, Okay, as far as I can tell anyway.
I don't have any questions, I mean, how long, I mean, what if you can't get to it till like October?
Well, then that's a problem, then we need to keep looking. It's still like, you know, I don't know if, you know, what Keith's gonna do, that one is the one that's unknown,
Yeah.
that makes me nervous.
I mean, I'd be interested to see if they come up with numbers and stuff like that, but like I say, I got a lot of questions. Cause I mean, cause you can have the best laid plan out there, but if they don't follow it, it's not gonna be worth a damn.
Mm,
And that's what the contract administration's all about, is to make sure they follow the plan.
right,
Because the public, we have, you know, it's our responsibility to make sure it's done right, so the public is safe that's in that building.
yeah. Well, that's kinda what I'm thinking.
You've been pretty quiet there, Bob.
Well, I'm just thinking that, you know, not knowing his schedule in
Mhm.
here
Yep,
makes a big difference as to
Absolutely.
what we're looking for money.
yep. No, absolutely.
And the other one is, you know, if Keith is a
Mhm.
responsible builder,
Yep.
I have to say that, he would probably follow whatever plans were designed for him to install it with,
Mhm.
cause that's his name also.
Absolutely, and seeing his work over at the town hall.
He did a nice job over there.
Yeah, the fire station, I mean,
But regardless of there's concerns here, and you wanna go with a, you know, a stamp engineering plan, and you have
thank you.
our own engineer,
Mhm.
this
Mhm.
is critical right here, knowing where he's at,
Yeah.
because Hoyle and Tanner's a big
Mhm.
engineering firm, so they have people they can
Yeah.
throw in a project and
Absolutely.
give you something,
But
you
you're
know?
also paying for
Yeah,
it too.
exactly, that's what I was gonna say, here's the difference in
Mhm.
price.
Absolutely.
She's working for a company that has to generate enough money
Mhm.
for all the principals to get something,
Absolutely,
and he's working for himself.
absolutely.
Haven't some of these things been done?
Kitchen fund is a must.
Yeah,
That's been deducted from the total, that I just got the invoice from the SAU, so that one is,
Generator inspection's a must.
yeah,
Generator repair at the school,
Yeah.
that is already, have we paid that, did you guys see that come through?
I don't know.
Powers generator would have been a invoice, John would
Well,
have
this
approved
is,
it,
this is everything's been paid out, right?
yeah, in detail, so it doesn't look like it's on here yet.
No.
The lights aren't up yet.
Yeah, we still have the parking lot lights,
Yeah, that's a.
that's a must,
Well,
well,
it's not, but
parking lot lights?
I think it's important.
it's important, but I don't know if it's a
I
must.
know, but didn't we just sign a
I
contract
thought we
to
signed a
have it?
contract for
We
that.
did.
Yeah, if we did, then,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we
that's
did.
right,
We did,
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, so that's a done
That's
deal.
right, we did, didn't we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can scratch the sinks and the security system, and, annual monitor's a must,
That's a must.
panic
So we did-
buttons,
we did-
that's,
That's not, that can get scratched.
well, that went with the monitoring system, right?
Yeah, Lakos has already been paid, so that's done.
Lakos has already been paid, that's on here.
Town office building shingle and chimney flashing repair, let's hold off on that one.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
we have to put
Fire
that on,
alarm, electrical installation, yeah.
that's on hold,
That's all on hold.
that would be all three of those items
The
there.
door,
Door is being worked on,
that's right, that one's all done, so, well, doing.
Committed, yeah.
Yeah.
That one, library repairs, may have to go, the hardwood floor is done,
that's been done, came in actually at 6 instead of 5.
yeah.
So that leaves you 4,900, yeah.
Excuse me.
And we got the transfer station, that's not all been done yet, right?
Those were the stainless steel,
Yeah, no, we're not doing stainless steel countertop,
No, there won't be stainless, but there'll be something.
yeah. And that's not including everything that's already here, so let's see.
now, keep in mind, what did we do here, 40, no, we bumped it up right from there, I think these totals were, put us at,
Really?
listed, if I took all these numbers and they
Yeah.
come to 40,479. And I think at that time, this was a wish list, so I know you guys had said, we're not gonna do the stainless steel at
Right.
this time. We got it there as a budget item,
Placeholder.
placeholder, and then we bumped it up to 48,779. So that gave us an extra 8 over what, so now we know that we've already spent, that's not on the list.
Well, you just said we're at 4479, so we
Yeah,
must have
yeah.
spent.
We're at 44, remaining, 44,996. Everything that's here comes to about 40 grand.
40 grand, all right.
Okay. That's if we do all the work.
Yeah, right.
What we've,
So there's 40 grand that's uncommitted at the moment.
yeah, because right now we still have 45,
Yeah.
less
Oh.
the kitchen fund, which is in the basket. So,
Minus everything that we've already done here, that's a must on here.
Yep.
Not including that, cause I don't wanna count it twice,
okay,
but just the musts that we need to do, like the kitchen fund, generator, town office, parking lot lights, all that.
Yep.
Comes to $15,333.
alright, so let's see here, library floors, we've done, cross that out.
Then I'm ready, we're gonna have more.
Heating fuel. And that heating fuel may be posted to the wrong account, I'll have to check on that. My coast is done. Batteries. See that fire department door, that was something extra that we approved that wasn't on here. Inspections, those would be all the main.
Oh, is that what the reframing us?
Done.
Yeah, I don't know, tough one.
Again, if I grab up the entire budget, we still have a few lines in the rest of the budget that are not gonna get spent.
So if any of these things that we had planned here, like, I'll just use transfer station as an example, are any of these things, if we delay them, are they going to cause, a safety issue with the employees?
No,
That's a good question.
I don't believe so, no.
I think a lot of it was like, trim and some
Paint
rotted board.
and-
Cosmetic kind of
Yep,
things?
yep.
But I mean, I was just using that as an example, anything else here, you know, I don't wanna put lives at jeopardy here.
Yeah. I think most of it was just repairs to building and stuff, so there wasn't
Yeah,
really
well,
a
the
safety
big one
issues.
was that, security system for the town office building, and that was
Yeah.
kind of a big one.
Yeah, well, and the highway.
Parking
part.
lot lights is a big one,
Mhm.
but we're already committed there.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And open suggestions, gentlemen.
Can the town buy a whole bunch of Powerball tickets?
Yeah, we could,
Yeah.
but you're taking after Congress to do it.
Have petty cash?
Might wanna be packed if you don't win.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
What's the priority, folks? I mean, it sounds like you know, we've put this off long enough with the town hall, the roof has gotta get done.
Oh, no, we don't have a choice, there,
I think we're committed.
Yeah, we're under contract to.
Yeah, I think you have to pluck stuff out of here, which.
Yeah, everything's on hold except for what's already committed.
Yep, I think that's, well, everything that's a must that we need to do and what's committed, I think we're obligated, you know.
Now, and I know I'm getting down to some small dollars here, but what's up with those two sinks that need repair?
It's just a,
Mhm.
lets the gases out or
Oh,
something
you
like
need a
that?
P-trap, right?
Yeah, it's a trap thing, that has to be, every now and then, depending on the weather, a lot of rain, whatever, you get the,
I got a dumb question.
Well, isn't that a health issue?
Well, as I was saying, we have, you know, like, I'm just using, Fred Mullen as an example, he's a plumber. If we bought the materials and stuff like that, would he, as a volunteer effort, would he put that in for us hypothetically and get it done? I mean, the materials shouldn't be all that much.
You wouldn't think.
I think it was more gonna be the labor and getting people in here to do that. I mean, I'm just using Fred as an example, cause I know he's a plumber, I know we have other plumbers in town. Just a thought.
Cause to me, that's, that's potentially a health issue, if you've got methane gases coming back into the building.
I haven't noticed it recently, it was something that was noticeable last year, whether it's fixed itself or
Yeah.
whatever, I don't know.
Well, it depends on how often you use the sinks too, if you don't use them for a while and.
Yeah, the traps dry out.
Yeah.
Well, as it does, no traps, so.
Oh. How'd they ever get away with that? Are those the sinks in the bathroom?
One in the bathroom and one in this back kitchen. And God forbid you do something, you break something, you have to buy more parts and,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
we just gotta start picking through it.
and personally, I'm of the opinion we put everything else on hold except the, you know, except the must have to do's. And try to be as frugal as possible as we can with this project here, as far as getting plans and lumber and the work done. So we can get the rest of it done. And get it off our plate, you know, it's
Yeah.
not ideal, but that's what I'm leaning towards.
That's
I
a
think
beautiful thing, yeah.
But again, how, do we wanna circumvent the purchasing policy and just go with, you know, Fisher Engineering hypothetically, or do we wanna wait and see, or do we wanna go out for bids? I mean, cause the more we get into the weeds of that, it's gonna delay it longer and make this more unpalatable. I mean, we do have the authority to take and vacate our own policy if we
Well,
so
how,
choose, in the interest of, you know,
Yeah.
in the interest of the town. Not that I'm advocating for it, but I
well,
mean,
do you wanna wait and see what Keith comes back with?
we can.
Well, at the same time, you may wanna contact Fisher and ask them how busy
absolutely.
they are.
Yeah,
okay, and
I mean,
then,
I'm looking at this sheet and the very least is you'll end up with drawings. So you got something to do up top
Right.
and then look for the other money as we go along,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I mean.
Absolutely. Yeah.
yeah, because as far as the,
I mean,
you know, the, what is it, administration, if you have someone that you trust, that these individuals that are volunteering that know their job to do the work, you don't necessarily have to call them up for that
No.
phase,
you know,
you know?
in contract administration, I mean, we could just do 2, you know, or maybe 3 visits, you know, I don't know how much it cost.
well, they've got one lump number in there, they don't specify what you're gonna do.
Right, but I mean, say you do a pre-con, you do a halfway through inspection and then final inspection, you know?
Yeah,
Keep it to a
he
minimum.
basically says that if you're referring to Fisher Engineering, cause the lower
Yeah.
bid, he said it's $145 an hour. So if you have him come out for
Mhm.
3 hours, then. Or, I don't know, I guess it would depend how long a visit would
You know, is
last.
he gonna have 2 hours when he leaves his house and gets back to his house, or is he?
Well, he's got mileage calculated in there.
Exactly,
Yeah.
so if he's got
Yeah.
mileage,
The meter's running when he leaves the door,
Yeah,
that's my take on that.
well, if the meter's running while he's leaving the household, then why does he charge for mileage like everybody else, I would think? I mean, I understand why, but I mean, $145 an hour, 65 cents a mile is not a whole lot.
No,
It's a little bit, well, you said, how much is it per hour?
145.
Yeah,
So I was trying to find the calculator here, there it
It's in the last place you look.
is. Yeah, of course, I just found it.
so if you're looking at visit site and that's an hourly rate, right? 160 divided by,
He's looking at 16 hours.
that's an 8 hours for the first line. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 4, 5.
Yeah, he's looking at
16 hours for the second line,
Yeah,
and then
yeah, the 2320 is 16 hours.
yeah.
20 hours to draw up the plan, and then construction phase services is, again, is 16 hours, if you choose to bring them back. You may,
He's got a whole day figured in there for site visit.
but all of them say that this is an estimate. It could
Yeah, I
come in,
know.
it
Oh,
could
I
come in
understand.
less, it could come in
Right.
more.
Yeah.
So, well, I agree with Bob, we gotta know when he's
It is-
available.
And is
Yeah.
this the only place where he's putting in the 145 per hour?
Now, if you look at
Or is it
this,
everywhere?
That's the whole,
that's, if you
That's
take all
everything.
these numbers, he said he's billing us by the hour.
Alright.
And he's estimating 8 hours to do the site visit, 16 hours to do the, inspection of the frame and trusses, analyze, and then prepare the design, 20 hours, and then construction phase, another
So that
16
construction
hours.
phase, it's basically just somebody getting the project started, looking at it midway, and then
Yep.
looking at it before they button it
Yep.
up.
So if he's got 16 hours and it only takes him 6, then we won't be billed the entire
Right.
amount.
I think he probably, and like anybody, he's gonna take and build in a contingency, so those
Oh,
are
yeah.
high estimates, in
Right.
his
Yeah.
opinion, for
Yep.
what he's gonna need to do.
Alright, yeah, good.
So,
Yeah, that may be as high,
mm-hmm.
you know,
Yeah, I'm sure it is, yeah.
and,
You know, worst case
There's
scenario.
only one guy's throwing in a plus or minus up here,
Mm.
Which one are you looking at?
top one. Reimbursement for expenses, plus or minus 10%.
No, just plus 10%, cost
Plus
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 10.
10, I'm
Cost
sorry.
plus 10.
Yeah.
So if it costs him $100 for copies, it's gonna be $110.
Yeah, we want firm fixed.
So,
but occasionally they're finding a shingle on the
Mhm.
ground from the roof, so at some point in time, you have to address it, so I guess that's gonna be the only route you go to is, hopefully he's available so that
Well,
we have
yeah, let's find out what
something
that
to
guy's
work with,
availability
you know.
is.
Well, we can give Keith at least another week and find out what Fisher's, and we can revisit this next
Well,
week.
Yep, I'll ask
That's
him
not
if
reasonable.
he's still
Yeah, that
interested in
sounds
pursuing
perfect.
that,
I won't be here next week, not
Alright,
that you need me, but.
well, I think we understand where you're at.
and then I'll
Yeah.
find out when he's available.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, how soon can you get on it and how soon can you get it done so we can get this
And
project off the ground, no pun intended, it's on the roof.
okay.
But also give, let Keith know, it's like, hey, you gotta get something in here soon, or
Mhm.
else,
Yeah.
because we don't
Yeah.
have time to wait
Yeah.
around and,
Well, if he's had it a couple of weeks, I would think that somebody's gonna be close to having it done.
It was Monday or Tuesday this week, and I
Oh,
saw
this
him in the
week?
building department, I said, hey, have you
well,
got?
you gave it to him last week though, right?
Yeah, it was over, it's been well over, probably close to 2 weeks since he's had it.
Yeah, and if
But-
he acted on it right
Yeah.
away, then they should have something for him.
Right.
Doesn't take that long.
This thing's one of the old policies, cause it's down to like $7,999, I thought we
This-
upped it.
It says April 2014,
That's when it
so
was
it's,
adopted.
yeah, but I mean, it would've been,
What I put in there is the older copy?
I think so,
So they should have a revision,
Yeah,
date on
'cause
it.
this
We
is-
revised it,
yeah, that's been revised since then.
Okay. What's the name?
so. Alrighty, gentlemen,
Alright,
any more discussion on this?
no,
So we're gonna table it till next week with hopefully a little bit more information from Mr. Fisher's organization and Mr. St. Pierre.
Yep.
And we can hopefully, so while you are here, Tom, is everybody comfortable with taking looking and not necessarily going through the purchasing policy to take, you know, is this considered
Well-
emergency enough for us that we wanna get this thing moving without having to go out to bid for 2 or 3 weeks and get in others?
Well, I would say that we followed the policies, we didn't know that these were gonna come in hot.
Right, I mean, yes, we're gonna,
So,
to the point,
I'm okay,
we did a telephone quote in
Right.
essence, so we've gone at least that
Yeah.
far, we just didn't go for formal bids.
right,
And formally, you have two that don't, I'm just using this expression,
Mhm.
don't fit to a policy where it's a quote, it becomes a bid. So with that, you really only have one person, I mean,
Exactly, yeah.
hopefully that works out.
Yep, well, I agree, that's how I look at it too,
Yeah.
and, you know, they basically, they're, you know, they're, not, acceptable, I guess, as a telephone quote.
yeah, right, they are outside, yeah, I'm good with it. Causes some magic though, to have to table those other projects.
Yes.
But unfortunately, with all of this, you do compromise things that are really necessary.
Yeah,
Hopefully, we can address that next year, I guess.
Yes.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, my favorite thing to do is, cause we plan on getting a lot of that stuff that needs to be done.
Right.
Alrighty. Chief, since you're here, we won't keep you waiting. Good timing. I think we got one of these. Yeah, for your
Guys had a nice turnout tonight. Yeah,
It's a nice occasion for us.
yeah.
Seems to be a nice guy.
I think you're gonna be happy with him, he's got a good disposition and,
Good.
Gentlemen, I haven't had a chance to read through all the stuff that we've got for the pedals and whatnot. Are you comfortable with tabling until next week or the week after?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, and actually, I got a recommendation.
Oh, okay.
Have you looked at the peddlers?
I have, that was Chris's project.
Yeah, that's Campbell Price.
Okay. No, never mind. Never mind, we can table it till next week.
Well, Tom's not gonna be here, but
Week after.
week after maybe?
Sure.
October 19th.
19th, yeah. Do you need a copy of these?
No, I have them.
Yeah, I got them electronically, I just haven't had a chance to read them, cause, same with you.
Yeah, I have,
Okay.
I looked at it real quick, but
Alright, so we're gonna table that, so we don't drag it out.
Is there anything you need from the police department between now and then?
I don't think so.
Anything you need? I haven't had a chance to read it, so.
No, I printed them out so I could compare them, you know, it's a lot easier just having them.
For the record, you might wanna initial.
Yep.
Alright, and then we'll do the capabilities.
There you go.
Alright, we got 2 copies of the, how can I have 2 copies of one?
He sent it to me electronically, saying it was a paper copy, and I didn't realize
Ah, okay, so,
on its way, so.
so you got a copy, we got a copy, everybody's got a copy. Anybody need one?
No.
Alright, well, we got a spare one here for, anybody wants it. Yeah. Alrighty, so as I understand it, like, 'cause I read it, you recommend that we set a pre-certification trainee level, certified trainee level is gonna, you know, you recommend 5% less than a part-time officer, right?
That would be keeping with the rate you have for the other pay scales,
Mm-hmm.
5% differentiation.
Right. Yeah, I looked at it, they're kinda like all over the place on some of the stuff here.
They really vary.
We didn't have, I know what.
Okay, the wage scale, the part-time.
The wage,
officers
yeah,
there.
that's the one.
Yeah, it's in your packet. At the very bottom.
No, this thing.
So, part-time police officer. Officer is, this year, calendar year 1901. It was right behind us, Dunbarton Police. 2 pages of steps, step weights, yeah.
I don't have it.
On the blog or something.
Thank you. Unless, oh, you know what it is, I just gave him mine, that's why I don't have it. Hold on, please. That's alright, hold on, cause you need it more.
Okay, so page 2 is the part-time.
You know, I was looking at this, and we could probably kind of blend this all together and, into the part-time officer's rate, if, by just defining step 1, pre-certification, step 2, certified trainee, step 3, part-time
Well,
officer.
we do have, there's differentiate between full-time and part-time.
Yeah, I'm talking in the part-time scale,
Oh,
the second page.
Well, I just
Yeah.
added it to the bottom as a placeholder,
Yeah, it
with
was a good
zeros.
place for it, you know, as I was looking at it, there's 2 empty spots up above it, just kinda looked like,
I mean, I could shift everything down and keep it,
absolutely.
put it below
Step
the
1.
police officer and then,
we just need to
Training.
define what step 1 and step 2 are.
yeah,
Right. That's what I think what the chief's saying, is step 1 would be the, step 1 academy, step 2 would be field training, and step 3 is when they're full,
Exactly.
on their own, where they go, like a Joe Miliotto or whatever, or Jeffrey Bushy.
Yes, exactly.
yeah, and then,
I'm fine with that, if we do that.
what's the step 3, what would that be called?
That-
Certified?
Yeah, certified.
Yeah,
Or
all
just
certified.
plain for simplicity, use part-time police officer,
Okay.
just as it is right now. So you have pre-certified, certified trainee.
Opposite, yep,
We got what, 19?
so academy, field training, and part-time police officer.
Yeah, the 5% just keeps it consistent with, everything.
That's only 95 cents. That's 95 cents off the,
Okay, I didn't know what it was.
yeah, 5% less. Right, that's what you're looking for, right? Yeah, part-time officer rate less 5%, that's only 95 cents off the top.
1806?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what he recommended, I don't know. What do you think, gentlemen? I mean, cause, well, I guess where do we wanna start on the pre-certified training? Cause that'll kinda give us a good range to figure out where we're at. Anybody have any
Well, going to
thoughts?
the academy, didn't we say $10?
Well, that's
we-
what he
we
recommended.
talked
initially.
about that, and then you looked at the wage scales, and you were looking at the
Right,
laborers' rates, and, I get the impression that you wanted to establish
Yes,
something
start
consistent
at
with.
least 12.
Right,
Yeah,
yeah,
no.
just going back and labor rate was 12 something. if I
Yeah, it's
remember.
right there, 1228.
Yeah,
I mean, cause deputy tax collector is what, 17? Part-time secretary 16, deputy town, I'm sorry, tax collector. Deputy town clerk is 14. What are your thoughts, gentlemen?
well, I'm okay with the academy, I think at 1228.
So put the academy at the same as the part-time laborer rate?
Yeah,
I think that's what we talked about last
Yeah.
week,
Yes.
didn't we?
yeah, it was, I thought we.
That's what we,
Yeah.
I know we kicked it around, but I mean, I just wanna make sure
Yeah.
we're on in consensus,
No,
are we good
I'm
with that?
still okay with that.
Okay, so step 1 will be 12. I'll trade you when I get back, the other one. 28, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so,
Now, does step 1 include,
that
is that, academy?
that's going to the academy, right?
That would be
Is
Is that
called,
the only thing that covers under step 1
It
though?
would be anything, any training that they do prior to being certified at the police academy.
Okay,
so that
so
would-
if you started training tomorrow,
And we'll be training them, we're gonna start training within the next couple of weeks.
yeah,
They'll go through some
Mm-hmm.
training, so that we would pay.
so you'd
that
pay
rate.
1228, okay.
So as I understand, when he gets certified from the academy, that'd be considered field training.
Yes,
point
that's
forward.
exactly right.
So
Okay,
that would be
step-
what, step 2?
That would be step 2, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was trying to understand, what exactly was under step 1.
Alright, so we got 19.01 minus 12.28. Because it's a $6.73 range. Do you wanna just split the baby and?
Yeah, I was gonna put something in the middle,
oh, for which one now, for like the
Step
field
2.
training?
yeah.
Well, everything else that has a multi-step 1, 2, and 3 is a 5%.
Well, this is kind of a unique
Is
situation
it,
though,
okay,
I
alright,
think.
Yeah, talking somebody who's gone through training and is certified here.
Oh, okay, I see.
12.28 plus 3.37
I'd be inclined to, if
is 1565.
you're gonna go any, less than the 5%, maybe 10, but you really got somebody who's got a skill set
Right.
and has a pretty valuable certification.
So would you suggest 15?
True, but we also got them by the short hairs for
Well,
a
it's
few
true,
years too.
we've got an investment, there's no question about it. We did an agreement, prorated agreement, splitting the cost of the academy into thirds. If he leaves prior to,
Yep.
I'll send a copy of it over, but
Yeah, we
It's
should
a
have it in his
pro-
personnel file.
yeah, he's just filling out tonight, we just haven't been able to get it to you yet.
Mhm.
But you'll have it.
So what do you suggest, a 15 one?
Well, if we split the baby, it's 1565.
Okay.
If we do 10% less, it's 1711.
What are you thinking, chief?
I mean, throw it out there, I mean,
No,
I said,
I don't
I get the
really,
feeling you're more inclined to the 1711 amount.
my budget wouldn't like it, but
Yeah,
I
hold on,
think,
so I'm thinking you gotta consider that too.
yeah, but I think, I'd be inclined to go with the higher rate. I'd rather send them to the academy at a lower rate
Mhm,
than take them certified and train them at a lower rate,
mhm.
to be honest with you, that's kinda how I feel about it.
Okay.
So field training, we're suggesting 1711,
Mhm,
and then when you go full-time certified, it's 1901?
Yes.
mhm.
Okay.
That reasonable for you gentlemen?
Yeah, I'm good.
Alright, so we're on the same page, 1228 for the academy training,
Yep.
Mhm.
step 1.
Mhm.
Step 2, field training, 1711,
Correct,
and step 3, 1901.
correct,
Yep.
yep. Those other two don't get factored into the CPI because they're fresh right now, as in already
Right,
assumed we calculated that.
Now,
yep, okay.
with your existing employees, how does that,
All the
fit.
part-time are at that 1901.
It
They
doesn't
all
impact
are.
anybody,
okay, it's
except
only one
Brian.
individual.
Just-
So if
just
somebody
a-
else came in, they would follow that same plan?
Correct.
Okay, I'm good.
Unless they were already, they came.
Yeah, if they came in already
They're already
certified.
part-time certified then,
Yeah.
you know, and you just need to train them, and it'd be the step 2, and then jump to step 3 when
Yeah,
you
so
gain
they would come in based on their level of
expertise.
certifications and things. Okay,
Training experience, yeah.
alright. Yeah, I'm good.
So by consensus, everybody good with that?
Yep,
Yeah,
You better rate, to get, so you put it in writing, and you do all the paperwork for them, unless you
Okay.
already have.
I have a form that I have them
Yeah.
sign off on.
Chris went through a lot of that with him tonight, so
Good.
we'll see that together as a package.
Good.
Sometime in the not too distant future.
Okay.
good, excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you have anything, I won't be here next Thursday, so I
You know, me either.
didn't know if you had anything.
Well, we got one other thing right from you here is,
Grant?
you made a grant, mobile data capabilities grant.
It was just an FYI, to let you know,
My question is this for the mobile data terminals?
exactly.
Beautiful, that'd be nice if it comes in.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Beautiful.
we've looked around for some, cheaper alternatives, and, Chris Remillard came up with this, and then the grant came out, and it just blended together like it wanted. So, I made the application, went in today, I sent you that over, so you'd be aware that it was in there, and we see it be next year sometime.
Due May 1st, so that's, the application due May 1st, 2016, so we're a little behind, or they already,
They gave
an extension?
a last call,
Oh,
So-
okay. So that means you probably didn't have enough already in, huh?
Yeah, maybe not.
could be.
That's good.
They got it
Fingers
today.
crossed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, they had some questions about it after they asked a couple of questions, so
good.
it sounds like we're gonna get considered for it.
Nice.
That's
So
good.
they know when they're gonna take and make the decision?
Well, it was similar to that radar, and I didn't get notified of that until after the first, so I'm not expecting to hear anything about this until, after the first of,
January.
2017.
Well, if we get here soon enough, that hopefully before the, town meeting, you can factor into the warrant articles and
Yeah.
such, that'd be nice.
Well, I would probably, kind of preempt that, if we didn't hear back from you know, do one of those contingency warrant articles.
Yep.
Or a contingency line item.
Well, even if we didn't, we could take and, we'd have, you know, warrant article would go out there, and then we would come in as unanticipated revenue, and we could put it towards that, you know, assign it to that. Or either just spend it on something else, but, or put it in the bank.
We'll keep our fingers crossed.
Yeah,
You are settled this one.
Yeah.
okay,
Good John Hancock, so that was the only two things we had here for you. I believe. Other than
Okay.
that, radios are good,
Yeah.
everybody else is good.
City of the radio, the portable program, we have some problems with that, but the radio itself seems to be working fine. We're very happy with it, Chip did a nice job. Actually, was a very good solution considering what our other options were.
Yeah.
You really came through for us.
Beautiful. Well, that's great. I don't have anything else for the chief, do you?
no, although I did see you found hypodermic needles in town, huh?
Yes, Bill Zollett found it down at the corner of Tucker Hill and, Mansion Road, and brought it in, dropped it off,
Yeah.
so, just wanted to.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
I know, Patty Sharon does, you know, cleanup on 13 all the time, I see her out there. Have anybody ever talked to them about what to do if they see, you know, things like that along the roadside, not to handle it, or?
No,
you know, any kind of proper handling that ought to go on for those kind of things?
well, we continuously publish. If
Yeah.
you find syringes, call us, we'll come down and.
Yeah,
pick 'em
cause I see
up.
her and I see, John Trotter out there, you know, they're on 13 all the time, it seems, there's
Yeah.
blue bags up and down the road, but, yeah, I was just curious if there was any kind of training that was offered to them.
No, we haven't.
Well, I mean, you did have a public service announcement about that a few months ago.
We do
Yeah.
that pretty regularly,
Yeah.
you know, whenever these syringes come up.
Yep.
We put something out there to kind of warn people about, it, just to kind of refresh them, I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations on your, speaking of announcements, I saw the one regarding, Mr. Sherman going to jail.
Well, he's being indicted, yeah,
Indicted, well,
so that'll
yeah,
be going to trial
that's nice.
sometime soon, yeah.
you know, we don't need that kind of stuff going on around the town.
No, we had a lot of house breaks.
Yeah, good work, and thank the, folks involved for us, appreciate that.
Okay, well, thank you.
I'm good, if you're good.
No, yeah, fine.
Thank you very much.
You still wanna hold that or not, you can keep it or not.
Can I take this?
Yeah, no,
Oh,
yeah,
so, yeah.
that's great, yeah, I'll throw
Did
that
I
on
not
this.
send that to you electronically already?
What's that?
They wage scales?
I haven't looked yet.
Did you
I
write
think-
it,
I
did you
think
write in the written
after
numbers?
lunch.
I did, I wrote the numbers in, so that's why I wanted to
Yeah, I
take
wrote
it.
the numbers, they stole hers.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
All right.
So I
Good
wrote
night.
it down on here.
Take care.
Good night. Thank you, chief. This is just an extra copy, I don't know if you wanna just throw that in the pile.
Well, I already did, but-
Yeah, you did, so just an extra copy for,
Okay.
Here are the minutes. Here are the minutes I'll sign for that file.
Okay.
I think that's the end of our
Don't want us to
packet,
keep
right?
it.
Well, last week we tabled the email from Dan Ryan, and it should be in your basket.
Yeah, I left it in there, cause, well, we tabled, I thought we were gonna send that off to, Nick Holmes.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
that was gonna be my question.
that's right, I did forward it to you on Friday, didn't I? Did I forward you the, oh, you
Yeah,
said
I have
behind on
a copy,
emails.
but I haven't been in my email, I've
Okay.
been busy, I've been around.
I did that Friday, I sent it to you on Friday.
Yeah,
Okay, so we are tabling the,
I may have some time next
peddler
week
policy.
to, get caught up, so.
Well, when you're traveling.
That's what I mean, I got nothing else to do at night, so I'm playing around with email.
What is it that you're looking at?
Right now?
Yeah.
Well, I said we're tabling the peddler policies,
Yep,
so we
yep.
can take and go from that. The thing I see here is the reconciliation.
Yep.
For the month of,
December.
December. So,
Don't forget this,
No, I have it on my thing to bring up.
alrighty. So, this basically just acknowledges the fact that we've seen the reconciliation, that they have done that. Today is the 5th of May.
Yep.
16. We sent go with them. Any questions about that?
No, I went through this
Yep.
today.
Beautiful. There you are, sir.
Okay,
us.
You have once in a while, so.
I had this, in one ear, out the other.
Yeah, that sounds like my wife.
After the meeting with the Souls regarding their, exaction fee,
Yep.
Mr. Soul came in the following day, and I forgot to bring this up, it was on my page too, if I brought it up. He's asked for a copy of the email that was partially read from the town attorney, that language. And I said I'd have to check with you guys again, cause it's, attorney-client privilege, yeah.
I don't have, I probably have it in my book here, but I mean,
It was basically the question that we put together and the response to the question. I have the Souls file back there, if you want me to just grab it real quick.
Shockingly, I have things in here from, Kelso Road.